Welcome to Lane Stadium, home of the Virginia Tech Hokies. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. David Pollock and Jesse Palmer will join me shortly. For now, let's enjoy Enter Sandman. And the Hokies will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So NC State's offense will take the field first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need him.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the air, it's Bailey. Snagged out of the air. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Oh, he's looking to throw. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. The give out of the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's step back here and chat Virginia Tech. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with...
Yeah, Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody.
Turning it on. Quick spin on the ride. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pocket breaking down. Flips it out on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Dropping back, it's Watson. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. They'll give it to the back. Smashes ahead. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. He'll throw it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left, because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your run.
Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Green. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, it's Watson. Finds his big tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Got it in the middle. It's Holloway. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Got his man on the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Trying to keep the drive alive. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Yeah, and this offense definitely, they want touchdowns. And you talk about being great on offense. It's executing in the red area, executing on third down. They executed really well. Now set up with high percentage. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
Back to throw, it's Watson. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hokies!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, it's Watson. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Hokies send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Got a man. It's Green. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. He'll do it himself. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He got it. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Alabama. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
To throw, it's Watson. Catch in the middle, it's Overton. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's Heath. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable 1st half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to one of the best home field advantages in football, Lane Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Watson. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. Pulls it in on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. Caught, close to the marker, it's Heath. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the 1st down.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Bailey. Got his man in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They want to run it left here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Takes the handoff. It's Overton. And the Hokies get enough for the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
They're down to the 20, first and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Buying some time. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Hokies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here, he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Mont Hemingway. They're up by a field goal over Alabama. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any conclusions.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive at their own 48. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
To the air on second down. He'll pull it down. First down and more. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take it.
Wide open spaces. Just steamrolling the defense. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's the handoff. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. We're interested to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing? Just keep it going when the going's good.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's third and goal. Wants to throw. It's Watson. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! Fit it in the window for the score. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They went 3 and out the last time they had it. At this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground game on the left. Finds some fresh air. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten paths to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Open space at the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. To the ground. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Punch it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. Corners are going to bail. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking for a crease. It's Overton. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
With jet sweep pass. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts it down. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Caught over the middle. It's Boston. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Gonna look downfield again. Fakes the grab. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Working the middle, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, NC State! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by 13 over Alabama. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. They kick it away on 4th down. Catch is made at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Looking down the middle. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. He wants a big play here late. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and then